Hi Melia fam. Today I'm talking a bit about how Melia started, because I get asked sometimes, because I have a 9 to 5, so people assume typically that this is like all that I do, and then when I say, oh, but I've got a job, and then they go, oh my goodness, and the people are like, so how did you start it and all of that. So long story short, my daughter and I were on holiday years ago, maybe about 7-8 years now, and we were staying at this hotel, the Melia chain of hotels. And there was, I had this old robe, this old Adire robe that had been gifted by a former boss of mine. And every morning, because I was lazy, every morning I'd wear that robe to breakfast. And there was this old white English lady, I think, that would stare at me every day. And then eventually, a few days later, my daughter starts talking to them, we become friendly. And she goes, oh, I love this. I'm always looking at it. And I'm like, oh, Adire is a dime a dozen in my country. Maybe when I get back to Nigeria, give me your details and I'll send you one. And when I go back, I was like, what, it's nice. And because I've always been that person where I want you to look good, even if you're at home. Like, don't be at home and tie wrapper now. Be at home and be chic and be cute, even if you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt or something. So I just thought, a robe would be a nice thing to make, and people you can still be at home, but you're chill and you're laid back, but you're sexy. So I just thought, okay, let's start with the robes. And literally, and then of course, like I made one of my aunties saw it. She was like, oh, I love this, and she's like, I'm traveling to the airport. This looks decorative and all of that, but it's on my trip. And that's kind of how it started. She was the first person to pay me for a piece, like a robe jacket type thing that I made, and that's where it started. And yeah, and again, I wasn't going to take it too seriously because I've always worked, I've always had a 9 to 5 career path thing going on. But eventually, when I found out that I was making pieces that were not conventional, so I'm making robes. Then I thought, oh, we have leftover fabric, right? Let's not waste it, let's make shorts. So we make shorts, and then it was like, oh, I've never seen Adire used as shorts. Like, everybody makes boo-boos with them and things. Like, oh, I like those. They're cheap and cheerful, you buy it and everything. And that's kind of like how Melia started and evolved. And at a point though, I got a really good job. So I just thought, oh, I don't really need the money from this business. Maybe let it go. But I believe now that it was God literally said to me, no, you're not going to stop. You're going to continue. And so I did. And that's how, we've done, I think this August or so would make it like 8 years of Melia. And I've always still worked my 9 to 5 with Melia. Am I going to give my 9 to 5 up one day and do maybe only Melia? Maybe, I don't know yet. I don't know what the future holds. I've learned never to say never. But for now, I love the fact that I'm in the corporate space and my contribution in the, in the corporate world, and the impact that my work does in that space. I love that. I'm still enjoying that. And then, but what gives me the absolute best joy and, like that bubbly butterfly feeling from my tummy is Melia. Melia is my baby, and I love the fact that you guys have embraced Melia in the last 8 years and you're along for the ride. So in a long nutshell, that's how Melia came to be. Oh, and then I'll tell you the story about the Melia name in another video, but that's how the business started and we've grown. And so that's it, guys.